Not quite the longest day of the year yet, but we're getting there. Oh, here's our little automated little bus thing coming down. It's like those little Johnny cabs in Total Recall. Yeah, not quite the longest day of the year yet. That's tomorrow, but it is a very important day in my life. Not because it's Juneteenth, though that's very important too, since I get to stay home from work now, since our buddy Biden made it a federal holiday. So that's nice. Something else for people that don't have federal jobs to bitch about. But 10 years ago right now, it's a little after 7 o'clock here in the morning. That means it's a little after 7 p.m. in the Philippines. I was spending my first day with my wife. First day we ever got together. I had been talking to her a little bit. As I've said before, she was one of the people that liked my Condo Daily Facebook page when I first started it. And I had friended some of those people and started talking to her. Actually, I already had a 3-week trip planned to go over there to the Philippines. And at the time, I thought maybe I'll go over, try and go do a little scuba diving somewhere or something. I had a suitcase full of scuba shit and a regulator and everything, and thought been a long time since I'd done any scuba things, and go over to Coron maybe or somewhere like that, take some refresher courses and things. And instead I ended up dragging that suitcase full of scuba gear around the Philippines with me and not doing anything with it, because I had met my wife, started talking to her some a few weeks before I went, and even though I had said, that's it, no more Filipina romance for me, still, once I started talking to her and everything, I don't know, it's just something clicked, and I went over there. I think I probably got over there on maybe the 16th, 17th, something like that actually, and hung out in Manila, went and saw some movies and hung out at the Mall of Asia and all of that for a couple of days until she came over, and then we went and picked her up at the airport, the one driver from my hotel, and we went over there to the airport to pick her up when she came over to Manila on the 19th, and the rest is history. Very important day in my life. Spent a few days there in Manila, and then next thing you know, went back to Mindanao for the rest of my trip there and hung out with her family and all of that. So this is always a very important day to me. 10 years we've been together. Man, it feels nice here in the shade with the breeze blowing right through here. Yep. The next day, what did we do? We went to the ocean park in Manila. We went, I think the following day, we went and hung out over in Intramuros and all of that. And then back to Mindanao. And now we've been married for almost 8 years. Well, no, almost 10 years. She's been here in America almost 8 years. We actually ended up getting married that December over in the Philippines. So, yeah, she's been here almost 8 years, 7.5 years or so. We've been married for like 9.5 years. have a house built over there and all that kind of stuff. So, very important anniversary for me. And it's even nicer now that I get to stay home and not work that day too. Can't complain about that. But that's my big video for today. Actually, we're getting the glass railings all put on our house over there, as I mentioned in my previous video. And hopefully, I don't know, they still had to wait for some stuff to show up. Hopefully by next week, maybe, you know, a lot of that stuff will be done. They got all the clips and stuff that we ordered off Lazada. They ended up coming in a little earlier than what Lazada had said, so they didn't actually have all the glass ready because they didn't think they were going to have the clips. Somebody's got one lonely shoe laying here under the table. But once I get some video from her mom and our nieces over there, the house actually looking basically finished, and get that all up, get the glass enclosures in the showers all done, at least for the, you know, the ones on the first 2 floors, and you know, not the one in the master bedroom yet, but have that done. All the glass related stuff will be done. We let that slide for a while as far as the actual glass on the railings. We had the stainless steel, all that stuff up a long time ago, of course, back when we first built it. But we've been procrastinating on finally getting that glass done. So hopefully we can get that done, and maybe get the outside of it all painted like we want this summer, and that'll be good. Have it basically looking finished now. Make it much nicer. That's my big update. Gonna do some laundry before it gets too hot. Do up all my uniforms for work. Go back to Barnes & Noble. I don't know when I'm going to do my laundry. I guess Barnes & Noble doesn't open until 10 o'clock, so get my laundry done before then. There's a book I'm reading called The Gunfighters. It's a non-fiction book going back into the history of some of the Old West famous gunfighters, and separating fact from fiction with some of that. Pretty good. I'm waiting for a book by Randy Wayne White to come out, the new Doc Ford novel. Though I kind of, I'm not sure. I was kind of disappointed a little bit in the way the last one ended. The story of Doc Ford's romance with this other woman. You think finally they're gonna like work things out and get together, but I guess he wants to keep that character alone and running around with his buddy Tomlinson instead of ever getting settled down with his love of his life and all that. Whatever, it's his character, not mine, you know, so he can do what he wants. Someone behind me stalking me. Don't tase me, bro. Actually, I need to end this video and do another video, a movie review that I want to do. So maybe I'll do that.